Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Monica and what we'll do today is discuss good 2020 habits to start in January. So basically it's the new year, as you probably have realized by now. So what I was thinking before obviously January hit, I was thinking, do I want any resolutions or not? I don't really necessarily believe that a resolution should be something you just have and start doing it then because it's my New Year's resolution. If you want to change something or do something, you should just do it when you feel like doing it. But how I used mine, I don't really have them as resolutions. They're just new habits that I'm planning to start in 2020, which is now, so they're already in motion. Anyway, let's get started. But remember, like and subscribe. So the first thing that I'm going to do, which probably will be quite of a hard thing for me, is no by January. So I've seen online a lot of people have done no by year last year and they obviously loved it, it was great, so on and so on, because I don't think anyone could last a full-on year if they didn't actually at some point start liking it. Basically what my no by will involve in January, I'm not buying any clothing, I'm not buying any new books, I'm not buying any alcohol, which then goes into the second point, which we'll get to shortly. And basically no unnecessary spending. I am still allowing myself, if the situation is there, to have a meal out once a week on the weekend, as that's normally what I would do with my boyfriend. If we go out that weekend, we would have a meal somewhere. So I'm not gonna be like, we can't basically eat, or you eat and I won't because it's a no by month, or that's pretty much it. No clothing, which was my biggest buying basically, or no like, oh, I could try this face cream, although I don't need it. I have plenty of face creams and plenty of whatever else and samples and this and that. I don't need to buy anything. Second point is on the no drinking part, which I mentioned, no buying alcohol, so no drinking. So I'm doing, as everyone calls it, dry January. Although I started on the 28th of December, didn't even drink on New Year, so I've decided to give that one a go, as I've been considering doing that kind of a stop drinking for a month for a while. Not that I drink excessively, however, I do definitely drink at least once a week. Sometimes too, depends on the week, depends on the time, what's going on. And obviously, December actually wasn't as crazy drinking wise, so it's fine in that sense. However, I want to have 1 month complete no drinking alcohol whatsoever, just to give my body that rest, see how it goes, maybe lose a couple of kilos or pounds, whatever measurement you want to go with, wouldn't mind that. And also obviously save money, which ties in with the no buy point, which is the main thing, save money. So let's see how that one goes, which obviously for now is fine. However, when about mid-January everyone starts coming back, it's like, oh, let's go for catch up. No, we're not catching up until February 1st. Oh, we'll see how it goes then. But ideally, I want to obviously limit that to either weekend drinking or like a Friday drinks and stuff like that in the future as well. Firstly, good for the wallet. Second, good for, my organs, my body, my mind, everything really. My third point, my third habit of 2020 is reading the books I have before I buy another one. To finish everything I have, because I've bought the books because I want to read them. So I want to read them all, and only then I'm allowed to buy a new book or books. So that's my plan. Limit my screen time. Whether it's basically on my Instagram, I don't have that much to do there. It's that scrolling when you go and you even find just things to do and you end up being on this celebrity sister's cousin non-famous baby page or whatever thing. It just somehow you've tracked this random person with like 300 followers in America and you're like, why am I here? I don't even know who this poor person is over there that I'm stalking now, basically. I don't want to do any of that. I also want to limit the TV time, so that also I will count as screen time. Obviously, there are episodes that I want to watch, and which is fine. But if You know those moods when you don't really want to be on your phone, you don't really want to watch anything, but you just put something on because, well, what else are you going to do? Well, what I'm going to do at that point is pick up a book. I can pick up my planner to show you, like, for the action of it. Next point is basically more of staying committed to myself. So the things that I plan to do, I want to also stick to them, in a sense that not when it comes to plans with friends, because those I do, I pretty much never bail. Also, I don't really make that many plans, so you know, you kind of are like, well, this is my only plan for the next week, so I'm not gonna bail, otherwise I'm not gonna do anything. More in a sense that I hate when people bail on me, so why do I bail on myself? Why do I do that to me? Because there's no one else that I'm letting down really, or kind of not setting up to fail, but slow down the process of whatever I've decided to attempt that time or that goal that I've decided to go for. When I bail on myself, the schedule that I've set for myself, I only basically disappoint or let down myself. Decided not to do that anymore and to actually follow through what I've planned for myself. If I planned today I'm gonna film this video, I'm gonna do it. If I plan I'm gonna edit it also today and I need to publish it tomorrow, that's fine. I need to do it basically. Leeway in a sense, if I'm just not feeling it, if I've had a really rough day at work or anything like that, but I still know I have the time, like I have 2 days left. I know that, okay, well, I can not do it then today, but I must do it tomorrow. So I will have that kind of thing allowed, because things happen and you don't want to also ruin the process for yourself with anything that you do. But I will stick to the deadlines that I set up myself, because that's what I would want from someone else. If I employed someone, I would want them to do that. So to some extent, when it comes to certain things, I'm employing myself, but also I just hate when people bail. So why do I bail on myself? Basically, that's the big question. So we'll stop doing that. Also, when it comes to sticking to things that I've decided to do, it's gym. Not Jim the guy, gym as in fitness gym. I have a goal to some extent. It's not to lose a certain amount of weight or to have a six-pack, although I wouldn't mind having a six-pack. It's nothing really like that. There are parts of my body that I wouldn't mind losing a little bit off of those parts basically. I don't want to be super skinny or anything. I do like to be a bit curvy to a certain point. But I do want to also have nice arms, nice belly area. I don't mind my hips, I don't mind my thighs or bum or breast, boob area. I don't mind any of that. It's mainly my arms and my tummy, so that's kind of my target zone overall, although I do work the overall body with this program that I'm doing. But my main thing is not to bail on myself, which actually will be easier with the above points as well, like no drinking. So no one's gonna be on a Wednesday, you know what, let's go for a catch up today, we haven't done this for ages, let's do it. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So I'm not gonna do that, because I'm going to be sticking to my gym schedule. How I've decided to do this for myself, also not to get to the point that I hate it and myself, my goal is to do 3 to 5 days at the gym, plus 1 time ideally of yoga a week, depending on how the days go where I'm at. And also I don't need to go to a studio for yoga, I can do it at home. I occasionally watch Yoga with Adrienne, which is great. I'll link it below. I love her yoga, I've loved it for years. I really recommend it if you want to experiment or give it a go, or you know, just love yoga in general, but you don't have the time always to go. She has some really good videos for different kind of amount of time as well, depending on what you have. I'm gonna let myself, if I do 3 times that week, that's fine, because things can come up. I can just, work happens, life happens, but I want to aim to do 3 days a week, and then I'm happy, plus that 1 daily yoga session. And then if I manage to do 4 or 5, amazing, that will be even better. But I'm being kind of easy-ish to myself, because I don't also want to start hating me and the workouts. So the next one is kind of easy, kind of not. Depends on the day and depends on really if I'm on my own or not. Which is going to bed from 10 to 11 p.m. within that hour, ideally. Well, unless I fall asleep before that, that's fine. It's not like I have to force myself to be awake at least until 10. I find that sometimes I'll go to bed at like 10 to 11, that will be the time. Or I'll get in bed at like 9:30, but be awake until 12. because I start scrolling here, and then I swap to a book, and then I go back to my phone, and then I'm back to the book, which happened last night. That's why it's so fresh in my memory. But that's my plan, to just go to bed, put my phone aside, to read a book, or just go straight to bed, whatever obviously I'm feeling at that time. You need at least 8 to 9 hours a night. Well, I do. And even when I go to bed at midnight, I have almost 8, and I still struggle waking up. So this one is, I think, something that a lot of people are going for as well, which is basically becoming more mindful, in a sense that taking care of yourself, taking care of your mind, of your thoughts, as well as letting yourself to have some basically self-care days, which I think is really, really important. Whatever it is that you do or don't do on those days, just make sure you have them. And so the last, but definitely not least, which ties in with quite a few of the points mentioned at the beginning, is save money. Feel comfortable. If anything does happen, I have that in the back pocket. I can be like, you know what, that's fine. You know, and then later put it back in whenever that chance comes around. That's basically my goal. Become financially stable, really, not even independent, but stable, as well as smart with my spending and my finances. As I think at this point in life, I've realized you can't just go with the flow and it will be fine in the end. It's fine. No, you need to actually start planning, have this backup if anything does happen. If you want to buy a house, or you need to move, you need to pay a deposit again, and things like that, when it's not like, oh no, damn, I need to move in a month or two. When am I going to get my deposit? Or 5 months? Or, oh no. And you just kind of become this, and you're always trying to catch up with your money. And then when you do feel like you've caught up, something again happens and you start catching up again. And I just don't want that. It's stress that I don't need, and which then obviously impacts the rest of the above. And those are all of the 2020 habits overall in the grand scheme of things that I've decided to take up and start doing, and have started doing them already. See how it goes. I'll obviously keep you updated, especially on the no drinking Jan, as well as, so commonly known as dry January, as well as the no by January, and then the rest obviously overall throughout my life. You'll see that. Let me know what you think, and comment below what are your New Year's, whether you want to call them resolutions or habits that you want to pick up on, anything like that. But please feel free to share. Let me know. I'm definitely interested in that. Please also give this video a thumbs up, and if you don't mind, give the subscribe button a little click as well, and you'll join my very small new community. Yeah, please like and subscribe, comment below, and I will see you very soon. Bye.